Morning. It's Monday the 14th and it gets proper cold out here. I'll turn the camera around and show you the ice on the windows. I haven't seen ice on the windows in quite a few years now. Anyway. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm just going to take you for a little walk. I'm going to go for a walk around the local cricket field. Never been down here yet. And give you a bit of an update on the latest of our house, what I know, the events over the weekend, and got to speak to one of my neighbours yesterday. He took me for a tour of his house. He seems like a nice old chap. And yeah, okay, so where do I start? So, it gets cold. I'm just checking the grass. It looks like there's a light frost on the ground, but I don't know whether it's just the colour of the grass or not. Well, it's 7:10 in the morning now, the sun's out. I think there probably would have been a frost, and it's just the last dying bit. I'll turn the camera around. Not sure if you can see just up here. I think that's just the where's my finger? Just in front of that grassy patch there. On the edge, the sunlight's going to sort of ruin it, but just on the edge there in the shade where the sun hasn't hit it yet, there's just that little dusting of frost. But as you'll see in the little bit of footage I took before of the windscreen of the car, there's definitely ice. Yeah, looks like a little bit of frost here. Yeah, there was ice on the windows. So it gets proper cold out here, and the house is very cold. There's no insulation and stuff. But anyway, back to the events. So our house has been robbed 3 times. We know we've had at least intruders at least 3 times. They haven't gone inside the house upstairs. They've just been helping themselves to underneath the house. Looks like a bull ant's nest. Ooh, my toes are getting a little bit sore from the cold. That's looking back towards my house over here from the cricket field. Let's go do a lap. So yeah, we've been robbed. A good bunch of my tools were stolen. As was said in one of my last videos, that I didn't come out here expecting to do the yard. Last time I came out here to put some doors up downstairs just so it was lockable, and we got the gardeners coming around. I seen such an improvement that inspired me, and I jumped down with them and started hooking into the yard, and I spent 10 hours in the yard instead of 10 hours fixing the gate and the door downstairs. Anyway, that's cost me about 4 front teeth's worth of tools. So it just seems a little bit strange that whether it's the same people or not, but someone's come in at least 3 times, because with the missus coming here, she's noticed that the first time it seemed like there's some frost. Yeah, in the shade here you can see there's still patches of frost in the shade. Just over here. Sorry for dragging this out. But yes, the missus came here to do some work on the place, and she noticed that the toolbox was opened, but at the first stage it seemed like nothing was missing. And then she came back the following week and all the tools in the toolbox were gone. There was no lock on the toolbox because and we're just realizing how when you're over an hour away from like anywhere, it's difficult to just go down the road to the local shops like I do back at home and be able to pick yourself up some stuff. You've got to have a plan. You've got to go there, and if you forget something, you forgot it until next time you drive an hour back to town. Just remember that's an hour each way. So you're going into town. By the time you actually do your shopping or do whatever you're doing, it's very, very easy to spend an hour in the shops, or especially if you've got to go to multiple shops. So yeah, that's just a little lesson. And we didn't end up locking the toolbox, and so that all got pilfered. But then they came back a third time. This time they actually took the toolbox. They took some shelving. They took the laundry trolley basket and the pegs. They basically cleaned out everything. The pruners I was using that were broken, they took those. Just everything. I don't know whether they're being smart asses or not, but I had 4 Irwin light trigger sort of wood clamps, and I had 4 plastic bright orange wedges for like felling trees or using with the chainsaw. Now they took 3 and left 1 of each, one of the clamps and one of the wedges. So I don't know if that's their way of just being smart asses and we'll leave him one. Well, that could be the same with your teeth if I find out who you are. But anyway, so there's plenty of steam coming off my breath. There's some chemtrails for the extremists. This is the local council depot. They do a good job of keeping everything nice and mowed. What else? Neighbour seems to be a good bloke. Had a chat to him. He invited me into his house. He said that he's never had any problems at all with things getting pinched. Hello, magpie. He just flew down to say g'day. The neighbour has never had any problems at all with stuff being pinched. And he was good. He took us around, basically offered to help us if we need any help. He's going to lend me a mobile scaffold so I can do some work up inside the ceiling there. And I also told him, if there's anything we can do to help him, just let us know. Might be able to. Yeah, you can see the frost here. Yeah, again in the shade. Everywhere where the sun is, the frost's gone. But in the shaded areas, you might be able to see it on the camera. A little bit of a dusting of frost. I'm going to have to break this video up. Woo! My fingers are bloody cold. Toes are cold. Definitely gets cold out here. Anyway. So look. This is just the side of the road. And these are a bunch of old houses. I think these were sold for around... I believe I've seen some prices of $35,000, $60,000 for these homes. And you can see the sort of condition of them, but they're getting renovated slowly. And like, look, people just leave their ladders here. That's been there all weekend, that ladder just sitting there, and no one's pinched it. So I'm taking a personal grudge to whoever came over to my place and pinched all my shit. So, don't know who it is yet, but for someone to pinch some clothes baskets. Oh, they pinch pot plants as well. So you can see where they've dumped out the dirt and they've pinched a few pot plants. Just the pots. Yeah, you can see the frost here. So that was like a bit of a welcome to town. There is a bloke actually that I don't know. I'm not going to publicly jump to conclusions yet, but I got a couple of ideas. Anyway, haven't been to the police. Don't go to the police. I catch and skin my own game, and that's what it is. I believe it's a game of dare. Who dares wins. So even the local said it seems a little bit strange to come back 3 times, not pinch anything the first time, pinch a little bit more, and then clean out the rest when the coast was clear. So yeah. Well, so it doesn't seem to be just a footy oval. I mean, a cricket oval also seems to be footy. I can't imagine there'd be enough people here to even get a footy team, to be honest. Basketball, I don't know who would use the basketball courts. Couldn't imagine like lots of country kids playing basketball in Australia. Might be the odd lanky sort of tall streak, but well, at least the council's providing something. We'll go have a look at the little sports